Yes, sir, my brother. Can't thank you enough, man. Stan's Cave, for appreciating me coming on, man, and talking truth. I'm trying to fix this here. There we go. My fan's broken, guys. I'm having problems coping with the heat. So they're announcing freezing tonight, which is good because it's 80 degrees right now. So you're going to see me fan myself like an old man, or I think everyone pretty much fans himself off. It is so humid and hot here. Supposed to go down to 9 degrees above freezing level tonight. So should be for some good viewing. I do want to get that moon. I did get it 2 days ago. I'll also be posting that. Didn't get a chance to get it up. I have to do a French video, take a nice French video for them, get the moon up, and then I'll be over here. Man, Stan's Cave, thank you so much, brother. Hey, Peter Benton, how's it going, my man? There you go. If I fan like this, will you see me? Does it show? Looks like I'm whacking off if I do this, right? I guess. Anyways, yeah, I'm complaining about the heat when some people don't even have any food. So we don't appreciate what we have, eh? Most of us. Still a little sick. It's the new norm, a little mixture of the pox and the vid. Who really cares? I'm not too worried about it. Same cold as I usually get. Thank you, nada. Lots going on. The Georgia Guidestones blasted. Peter Benton, how's it going, my man? Lots to talk about. Georgia Guidestones incident. CERN, Japan. You're right on the money. Shinzo Abe was assassinated hours ago, I believe. And we'll be careful talking about that. But yeah, with a homemade one. And wow. Okay, barrels this size. If you want to see it, head over to InfoWars. Alex Jones posted the video of the there's that going on. The CERN startup 3 days. So it's CERN started up. The next day, Guidestones are down. And then after that, don't forget China, guys, declaring that, whoops, is that window cleaning? I have to clean that camera. China declared that they made contact with an alien being far out, and NASA's administrator, Mr. Nelson, confirms to us or tells us that China is trying to take over the moon. A lot of people are saying, Bruce, it won't happen. No, I know it probably won't happen, but they're still trying to do it. That's some information coming up. Let me clean that camera for you all to be sure you guys see my beautiful face properly. Big guys get hot. So that coffee's not going to help too much either. So just to be sure it's clean there. So there you go. I can see my black eyes. I have too much fun with myself. I suggest all of you to do so. Laugh at yourself. It's fun. Sometimes laughing at yourself. Mix Mayhem. How's it going, brother? Hi, Bruce and everybody. It's Friday Live. Yes, it is. Mark's in the house. Mark Bauer, thank you so much for being here, man. Morning, afternoon. Woohoo. Love seeing the orbs floating around you. Thanks so much, man. Lots of people will appreciate it and lots of people won't. And like I said, I didn't hide it in the post that it's easy to be able to, so easy to be able to try to see orbs. Like, I don't know, if I had a dusty house and you start banging your carpet and then you film with a little bit of sunlight coming in, of course you're going to see dust orbs. But is anyone taking the time to study those orbs and all the differences of the orbs? Like literally being in a place where there's no dust. And I get comments back that people say, Bruce, there's dust everywhere. Oh, okay. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't look into parts of the truth of it. I enjoy those orb images. They're images that I didn't try to get orbs, right? I was just taking a picture of me. And somebody mentioned something very truthful, and it's very, very true. Take a picture with 3 different people in the same area, and you're going to notice that some people always have orbs on them, around them, and some people do not ever have orbs around them. If you get everyone beside a fire where you're throwing logs in it and the ash is rising up and going down, it's probably going to make a lot of orbs also. But to see how the orbs fly around and what they do is a different thing. I've tried to follow one at one point, and it remained in a physical form. And it just left off into the woods. You're like, holy shit, Dust doesn't take off from the area. Dust spirals around because it's weightless, and then it goes further and further downwards due to gravity, and everything just hugs and tucks the ground, unless it's a windy ass day and the orbs, go all over the place. I saw a golden orb in my house that spoke to me for 5 minutes and told me information that uh, it would have taken me months to study for some reason. So I know it's real. And someone also said, Bruce, the whole idea of people saying that there's orbs around them, some people, that's the only reason why people know about this, is because the people that have had it happen to them share those experiences. They're the ones that get laughed at, obviously. And I am sure myself that there are a lot of dust particles, and I know it, and I'm not hiding it. But why not look into the possibility that they're not all dust bunnies? And not everybody wants to do that. I know you guys do because we're all awake here, but not everyone really wants to do that. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Welsh Warrior, thanks for coming back, you guys. Lisa Eckerly, love you, sister. Thanks so much for the amazing comments and support here on the channel, guys. I really, really can't thank you all enough. If it wouldn't be for you all, I wouldn't be here. The channel wouldn't be here. I do this full time. When I say full time, it doesn't mean, hey, I'm riding a wave. It's that I don't have little jobs like cutting grass and stuff like that. The only job I have is this, and I quit a low paying job to come to this even lower paying job. But the support that's around it, the support I get, the contributions and everything, it all has to do with my event on the Patreons. A lot of you are here and there, and I really appreciate it. I don't brag about me having a Patreon, which is nothing wrong with it, but I don't brag about it because I put it in the description of the video and people can scroll down, and if they want to support it, they can find it. So I don't always bring it up and throw it. And I'm not lying. Listen to all the videos. You'll maybe see me once mention it. I have my amazing mods that mention it for me, and some other people here too, like Julie, Darla, once in a while post the link. But aside from that, it's a free channel. Everyone's free to come here to watch the channel. If the channel goes down, the channel goes down. If it doesn't go down, well, good. It stays up, and we get to show some very revealing things. On my last video, I don't know if you guys noticed, there are, I don't get a lot of mentions about the UFOs in the video. Sometimes people come by on the last video and mention, well, do you think they're satellites? Listen, I respect that, of course, but just I am getting a bit not annoyed, but I'm finding it funny that people are lingering on the fact that it could be satellites. So I throw them back the same question. Could they be UFOs? Or I tell them, if you say that they're satellites, you must now open a channel and prove that. Everything that's been proven in the world is because people research and they bring out the truth, and like I'm trying to do with the different characteristics of the lights on the moon. Those of you following me since the beginning know that I've shown many different types. I've showed exploding lights. I've showed what looks like debris. We see lights that light up real strong and have smokes and hazes on them. So there's all these different characteristics of the findings that I'm showing on the moon, and I'm hoping it's going to reach more people, but it doesn't. I don't get recommended to many people. And the subs, well, every 3 months I go up a couple of hundred subs. So by the end of the year, I get maybe 2,000-3,000 subs. It's happened when I went viral, when I was trending. Yes, Bruce Sees All was trending on YouTube for 24 hours, maybe 40 hours. And I got over 6,000 subs. You can go to Social Blade, I'm not lying, and you can scroll down where you see the subscribers for my year. You'll notice that it's a deadline. It goes dead. 1 month, it goes up 7,000 subscribers. Next month, 0 subscribers, 0 subscribers, 0 subscribers. It goes up again. It's because it's like the channel starts working and then it stops. There's someone not taking away, not blocking people necessarily. It's that they're blocking the access for people to see it and see it recommendations. I get people here that say, Bruce, I didn't know you were still making videos. I've been subbed for like 6 years, And I'm saying, well, 6 years is a long time because I've been here for 6 years. Come back and watch the videos, guys. I post every 2-3 days. So, so it's not hard to know. You don't need to wait for notifications to come to the channel to know if I'm posting videos or not, because I basically always am. If it's not here, it's on members on Patreon, the French channel. Once in a while, my Spanish channel. You speak Spanish? I have a Spanish channel. You can send friends there to check out the research in Spanish. I have Russian videos. Even though we're not allowed talking about Russia. Russian speaking videos. Right? When we say Russia, well, there's a lot of good people in Russia. Every country, good or bad, there's always good people in the countries, and I want to reach those people. So I think the more I've been trying to do that, and I've been noticing that the less and less that I'm getting more attention. I'm getting less and less attention. Stan's Cave, you have no idea, brother. It does help. And it's because of you, man, leaving comments like you so often do on top of it. It's another helpful thing. That's what we call a contribution to the channel. It doesn't have to be $1. It's worth a lot more than $1. You being here. And trust me, yeah, it does mean a lot. Because you know what? My only trophy here, my mother said it millions of times, the comments you get by these people supporting you are incredible, worth far more than $1. And that's damn right. It's absolutely incredible. The feedback that you guys give me, you talk to me about what your family members think of the channel. Some of you have, a lot of you are in couples, and as much the women as the men that tell me their wives don't believe the channel, but they're trying to open their eyes. And there's a lot of women that have husbands that don't believe in the research. So, with the Georgia Guidestones blasting, I think a lot of people are going to open their eyes a bit more to some of the truth that's coming out. Hey, Peter, thanks so much, man. Hey, Bruce, would you do, or are you maybe even considering doing a live Skywatches? Would be awesome, right? It would absolutely be awesome. The problem with the live skywatching is that Bruce doesn't have a damn cell phone. All these programs and apps that you can do with the cell phones, I don't have them. And because of the computer that I have here, taking it outside. But a lot of people have mentioned it. What I wanted to try and do was the infrared also evening, because outside, you're not going to see any zooming on the moon. And I think it looks so unprofessional when you hear me at the back playing on the camera to trying to adjust things and going ahead. And well, you're going to laugh, but I have an excruciating loud sound of crickets and frogs all over the place. It just, I don't know. For me, you wouldn't even be able to hear me say a bloody word and stuff like that. But I am going to try to look into a different, probably means or way of doing that. I thank you very much, Peter, for bringing that up. And yes, it would be cool, because the minute I film outside, I bring it inside, and then I do the magic. Is zoom up. Sometimes it's already zoomed up by the camera, which it's totally funny. People say that Bruce is zooming up with a digital editor. How the fuck do you zoom up? Do you do it with magic? Bruce is using an editor sometimes to zoom into his thing. Bad Brucey. Bruce is showing the surface in a way that nobody else is showing it. Why the hell are you zooming up? Do like NASA. Show the moon gray. Tell people there's fuck all up there, which is not true. The moon's inhabited. Could be humans, aliens, or both that are working together. It could be very good. It could be very bad. It could be sinister. It could be beautiful. It could be spiritually angelic, or it could be evilistically hellish, right? We have no idea what's up there, but there is someone up there. They could have killed us a long time ago. When I see the lights, the way they roam over the moon, don't even think of it. They'd go over everyone and just take out every major city here. They'd have no problems. Wouldn't even destroy the earth. That's a scary part. Zap the people in their homes and that's it. So I don't think they're going to do that. Thanks again, Peter. I don't think that's going to happen, that we'd see an invasion from the moon. But us invading the moon, now we're talking. Now we have some silly, that's how we are humans. We like war, and we don't like the world going well. We like to be in charge. China wants to be over Russia. Russia wants to be over the States, and vice versa. It's a continual stupid battle. Those three imbecilic countries, yes, I'm part of them too. I mean, not hiding it. Canada's doing a share. When I say the American government are idiots, I'm not talking about the American people, boy. Can we say now that the American people, they're all saying they're savages, eh? Don't you find them very patient? Don't you find them very civilized and patient with all this shit going on in the States? It's incredible. It's incredible that there's not a revolution that already started, but we're that close. We're that close, I think, worldwide, for them, there being some major crap going on. So Shinzo was taken out, Abby, which is too bad, because it was a former Japanese prime minister, by the way, had good connections with Trump in the States, and apparently was a good guy trying to bring connections to both countries. So China will be happy for the loss of that. I saw it. It was something incredible. Won't linger too much about it, but you can head over to InfoWars if you want to see it. Hey, Shenpen Senj, how's it going? Nice to see you too, my friends. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Josh. Nice to see you, my brother. I think Josh exactly is the one that had problems with his connection. If not, if I'm mistaken, sorry. But I know a few of you this week have had, and last week have had many problems. Well, Rogers AT&T is down, and not just down, guys. It's a massive outage across Canada where cell phones, network internet connections, and even accessibility to the police through the 911 number is inaccessible. And that is unacceptable. There's many people right now that are stuck at home with no landlines. It's the opposite. Me, I have a landline, no cell phones, because they don't work with me. Cell phones don't work. They don't work at all. I put my finger near the cell phone numbers to text, and a whole bunch of numbers come up, and it's screwy. So that's major importance. Is it a cyber attack? Most definitely it is. They're working on bringing it back, but it's some people thought it was nationwide. I know maybe there could be some Rogers in the States. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe that's part of what they are hiding in the States. There's talk about the invasion to be declared, right? Texas, be following what's going on in Texas, you guys. Be following what's going on in Texas. They're the only ones right now that are protecting the border with some other states and police that went to the border to try to regulate what the hell's going on. Sadly, Biden has left the border wide open. So lots of stuff is happening. There's another member of the secret society that died a couple of weeks ago, which was one of the Knights of Templar, if I'm not mistaken. It's funny how some of these people are dying. The person in charge of OPEC also died a couple of days ago through a mysterious death. Boris Johnson resigned. There's lots going on. You know, the Shinzo Abe right now that was assassinated. So definitely a lot of stuff going on that we have to keep our eyes open. The banks also with Rogers, there was a cyber attack in Canada. Major outage. When you're done here, look it up. Rogers major outage. And there's a lot of information out there about what happens. Of course, they're not telling us what happened. They're just telling us they're trying to bring everything back online. Family members, my mother and everyone, they know people on that have Rogers telephones, and they're not working. You can't go on the internet with them. You can't dial 911 with it. You can't do anything with it. Very, very, very scary. Because thank you, Negative Valkyrie. Thank you very much for being here. I am Kai's in the house. Happy Friday to you too, man. Craig 1971 just disappeared. Where is he? More problems with the connection. Yeah, that could be a problem with the connection. There'll be some people that are on Rogers will not be here in Canada for sure. I was expecting to see a lot of less people here, but then again, I got a lot of my American friends in other countries like Craig. Craig, thanks a lot for being here, brother. Hi, man. How's your week been? It was pretty hectic. I've been sick on and off with a mysterious sore throat, but taking my vitamin C, my zinc, and my K2s and everything, and just or K3, whichever, I never get it right. D3 K2 or D2 K3, and everything's okay. I'm coming back to normal. Some family members this week that were sick also. I got my son that's never sick, touch wood, and he's always he has an incredible natural immune system. My son never gave him Tylenols, never gave him anything. He didn't need anything, never had headaches, never was sick. And that's a good thing. Andrew, how's it going, man? Thanks for being a member, you guys, and for being here. I really appreciate it over the years. It's greatly appreciated. What if, yes, Ghislaine Maxwell's, yes, Epstein's lover or wife list is being used as a final chess piece to remote all politicians and political figure with pedo evidence. Maxwell's list of clients for Klaus' New World Order installation. See, that's exactly what they're talking about. And they keep bringing it up in Congress, and they keep bringing it up in political meetings. Where is the list? Who was on the list? Well, it was brought up in here in the House of Commons in Canada a couple of months ago, quite a few months ago, actually 3, if not 4 months ago. They said, who is part of the WEF, World Economic Forum, that is in the House of Commons here today? And 6 to 10 people stood up to, smacking their hands saying, hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Corruption at its finest. right in front of everyone's face. How mad are you that this is going on? I'm very upset. Very, very upset and very mad that it's going on. And they're blocking it out. No, Klaus Schwab, they're hiding it. He infiltrated the cabinet. In his own words, we have infiltrated the cabinet. He sounds like a friggin' German mad scientist, this guy, right? And talking about taking over Trudeau, the young leader, had no problems bringing him over. It's all about the money. You're not going to tell me that Klaus Schwab isn't paying these people, right? The Canadian people can't change what the House of Commons is doing. How the hell can Klaus Schwab change what the House of Commons is doing in Canada? Makes no sense. Thank you very much, RH. Pinky Pinky in the house. So freaking good here. That's good. That's what you need. We need to find places where things are good. Elias Barnes, thanks for coming back, you guys. Minky Pinky, merci. Bonjour à toi. Gros merci. Ciao, Bello. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. Ciao from Canada. Grazie. Did I say that right? Judge not. That's right. And that's what they're doing. Everyone judges people. It's easy. It's the easiest thing for humans to do is to judge one another. That's what we all do. Like you. Look at you with your judging people. It's easy to be a judge, eh? You sit there on a stand, someone comes in. No, you're lying. You're telling the truth. Case closed. Bye, ciao. How many times have lawyers and judges let murderers go? Probably pretty often. I have a Montreal bus driver. That's right. 20, almost 30 years driving. Ran through one of my bus stops when I stopped working on the medical buses. I had stuck around with the company until I found another job a couple of years after and stayed with the school bus run. I picked up 4, 5, 6 school bus runs, and I was getting a little more money than regular bus drivers because I wasn't just doing one run. I was doing a whole bunch of runs, vacations. I was even doing summer school at one point. But, and why did I want to? No, there you go. I lost why I was talking about that. Totally lost why I was talking about that. Must have been a lie. Therese, be kind. What was it talking about? Bonjour. Bonjour à toi, merci. Bruce is talking too much. Hey, Beth, how's it going? Darla's in the house. Thank you so much, Darla, and everyone. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Rollins? What's up, bruh? Well said, I am Kai. Embrace the mistakes, like destroying your truck's AC by overcharging the system. We learn from our mistakes, eh? We have to embrace the mistakes for sure. Embrace the mistakes, as long as there's not only mistakes and we get some good things that happen once in a while. Hola, family. Thank you, RH, for being here. Thank you very much, my dear friend. Oh, could be. Absolutely. Well, they hang around me. I get a lot of people coming around. But here in general, with all the group here, we're good. We get some trolls sometimes, but it's been quiet these days. Hello, David White. Bojack is in the house. Just missed the first comment. Damn. Thank you for being here. Mr. Bojack is always first, usually. So I forgive you, my friend. But you know that I was early today, right? I think came in 5 minutes early. Or maybe not. I tried. Come in 5 minutes early. A lot of trolls out there, really are. And look at Twitter, guys. Elon Musk was, he's still trying to buy Twitter, but now there's some concern about him, about the fake robot channels, the bot channels. Most of the people on Twitter are bots. This is the truth that's coming out, right? They say that there's, I don't know, I'm going to give a fictitious number, 22 million users. I have no idea. There's probably a lot. And maybe out of the 22 million viewers, there's only, 19 million that are real channels, and everything else are bots. I think it would be probably even maybe a bit more than that. That's a little concerning. Anyone notice the lack of rainfall in or on the Amazon rainforest? I heard about that last week, that apparently there's a lot missing. Mixed ma'am, I never understood why we destroyed all the trees, right? We're destroying trees. the carbon that comes from the trees is not polluting the air at all. It's not polluting us either, because that carbon that's in the air, those trees suck it up. That's what they breathe, carbon dioxide. And it goes into the bark of the tree, and it goes in there, and it becomes a solid form. And that's it. It's like naturally converted, right? From carbon to nature. And then the opposite happens when the tree dies and stuff. But grow more bloody trees. That's all we need to do, is grow bloody trees. And the ones that are doing the carbon footprint that should be stopped are people like Bill Gates, idiots, morons like Klaus Schwab that are driving around on jet planes, okay, 3 times a day, all around the country. The meeting they had when the other asshole Obama was there, had I don't know how many jets and vehicles that went there to bring 150 bloody people there, okay, each sitting with their fat asses and well, I got one too, but in their jets by themselves with maybe 10 people there to give them the service and whatever that he needs. I'm not complaining about people being rich. I'm complaining about those are the people that are saying that we are causing too big of a carbon footprint. My $20 of gas a freaking month that I'm putting in my car is definitely not harming anyone, right? Not everyone can do that. Some people have to put $100 every 2 or 3 days because they're driving to their jobs. It's not our fault that we're putting gas in our cars or that we even have big vehicles. I'm not mad at people for buying big vehicles. They announced them and they told people to buy them. Some people have big families and get big trucks. It's a little silly. Having a big truck or having 5 cars driving around, what the hell's the difference, right? Make cars that run on water or carrots. It exists. Why do they have to have fuel? Get off of the effing fossil fuels is what they have to do. But they're not, because the elites themselves, including that skank Bill Gates, is going to be loading 10,000 cows a day onto trains and processing those 10,000 cows each and every day by the year 2026. So why are they blasting farmers? Okay, which by the way is very sad. You've seen Sweden, farmers, and not just in Sweden, but around the world, farmers, that's their life. That's their job. They're investing all their life savings most of the time in their farms. They don't even take holidays, right? A lot of hardworking people, but it's all being taken away. Now they want the farmers to cut down on livestock, and the people now, the grain that's held back and the products that they need to spray their fields, they're deliberately holding them back. None of this shit comes from Russia anyways. It's a load of bullshit. Why does all Canada's grain go to Russia and everything? What the hell is the problem with that, right? Why do we get all our medicine from China? Pharmaceutical medicine here in Canada, it's all from China. Look it up. It's ridiculous, right? Fact check my ass, you know? Hey, Birmingham, UK. Thanks, Peter. So that's what's happening here today. It's scalding hot. But apparently tonight it's going to go down to above freezing point, 9 degrees. So it's like, holy crap. Hey, Mr. Tremassa, thanks for being here. Yes, be lenient with yourself. I am Kai. Japanese Prime Minister asked, yes, after Brandon gives China all our reserves. Real nice, eh? Giving out the reserves of everything. It's horrible. Got Barb Weist, didn't check out her video, but her too, she was talking about that. Giving out the reserves to other countries. Really smart. Are we creating a conflict that we did with Russia? Yes, I believe it. I believe that's exactly what they're doing. 100%. It's a deliberate punishment for us for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on. When people get mad enough and start running towards their homes, maybe they're going to friggin' wake up, because the government is definitely going to be taken off of their pedestal in the next couple of years. They're fucked. Excuse the expression, guys. They are done with all the crap coming out. The election's rigged in the States, 100,000%. It's been proven. I've seen the documents myself. I'm not even American. And they're still hiding that. They're still hiding that. They're still right in front of the American people's faces, just pretending that, they're denying things that they said. Like Biden will say something, and then 2 weeks after he'll deny it. That wasn't able to be done in the past. Trump wasn't able to say something and then change what he said because they wouldn't leave him alone. So I imagine it should be the same with Biden, but it's not. David, how's it going? Georgia, a couple of people from Georgia here. Thank you so much for being here. How about the Georgia Guidestones? Let's talk about the Georgia Guidestones. Nobody knew who ordered those built, but InfoWars Alex Jones found the name of the person. But again, it was the source. We don't know who it is. And who enforced those guidelines that were on the stone, right? Swahili, Russian, Spanish, if I'm not mistaken, in English. I said Swahili, Arabic. Anyways, the stones with all the different names from different countries. Somebody buys a plot of land and gets it highly protected by putting cameras there, because there were cameras around the Guidestones. It's out in the boonies. It's out where there's farmland, probably lights only around the Guidestones. And that plot of land now belongs to, I don't know where it is there, Elberton or something like that. Elderton. I'm wrong about the name, but it's in Georgia, in that area, in that town, that would supposedly be in charge of it. The things that are said in it on those stones is actually a lot about eugenics, and that's what's hiding. For those who don't know what eugenics is, you have to look that up. It all came out a couple of years ago when they were really talking. It's been out before, but now they're really talking about eugenics, right? The taking over, depopulation, and all that. It's something very, very real. In Canada, they're going to want to get us jabbed every 9 months now, which I'm not. I'm a virgin on that, and I'm going to remain it. My body, my choice, as they're saying. Called out one on the channel, which they have no followers or videos. Lots of them. Well, and that's how it is. Most of the attackers are bot channels and or channels that people create. Like, he doesn't, these people have families. They don't want their wife and children seeing them trolling. So they go online and they open a channel called, I don't know, KGB1960722Fink. You don't remember the channel names. And that's why all the trolls, people are like, you remember the names of the trolls that come here? Are you kidding? No. The names of the channels is nearly impossible to remember. But that's what happens here. Get a lot of people here coming to the channel. One guy says, stick to your moon videos. That's what one guy said. He said, never mind talking about orbs. So I like playing with him. I said, yeah, but I said, you said stick to moon videos. I just made a moon video. You didn't comment on the video. You didn't view or like it. So what's the problem? You're not subscribed to my channel, right? You don't have to be subscribed to watch my videos, but it does help if you subscribe to the channel to make it look like there's actually an interest from people here on the channel. But what do you want? That's right. Oh, what a tangled web we weave is definitely true. Hot you too, man. It is bad here. Julie, the stats in the house. Hello, Bruce and friends. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. Bingo, binge watch. That I appreciate that. Binge watch our videos. Comment and enjoy your visit. More to come. Yes, more to come. And I love you very much, Julie and Floyd and all the amazing supporters here that come to the channel. And Julie, great big thank you to you and all the mods for the incredible efforts that you do. And the only reason everyone else is not a mod is because I just quite simply didn't give out too many wrenches, because I would have you all mods. Obviously, every good person here deserves a wrench, but it's greatly appreciated. Can't thank you all enough for the amazing support. Beth, thank you so much. Sending love to you, Bruce, and to this awesome family you've created. Well, thanks to you guys. That's why the family's so amazing. Thank you. Keep up the awesome work. I love you, Beth. Thank you very much. Beth, no, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Love you so much. Bobana in the house. Hello, my dear friend. Another one I want to thank for the comments. I am Kai. Thanks for the extra comments. You go all out, Kai, sometimes to really say some incredible things. Supportive comments. I really love you for it, man. I can't thank you all enough. They've let them have some peace. Yes. Not for how long though? Okay. It's exactly what I'm wondering. Anyone wonder if CERN firing up had anything to do with the lightning strikes on the Guidestones, the lightning strike on the Guidestones? I think it possibly does. It's funny. I was really worried because I told people, let's combine our minds together to stop this from starting up, and then Guidestones. Wouldn't it be incredible if God just took his hand and just said, hey, that was the limit. Start, and I take the Guidestones down. He said he was going to work in mysterious ways. He said he was going to come down here like a crook in the night. So possibly it could be his actions. And again, if somebody else did it and it wasn't God's doing, it could still be God's doing, right? Because God works in mysterious ways. The religious people tell me all the time. Bruce, you're one of the top honest people I know. Lisa Eckerly, I can't thank you enough, sister. I love you so much for that. And thanks for the generous contributions. Thanks for being a member and everything you do, Lisa, and all of you, Beth, everyone. The comments really help. A lot of you don't think it does, but it really does. What do you guys think of me getting only 70 to 100 comments? I know you're going to deny it because you're going to say, no, Bruce, I saw 180 comments. I answered everyone. So if you see 200 comments on a video, it's because there's only 100 comments, and I answer everyone. You think it's normal? A big, showing all those videos that I have time to answer everyone's comment all the time. I get more comments in the community than I get on the videos. So thank you, by the way. It'd still be cool getting the views on the video part, but that's how it is. Alec Jones is saying, Beth, that it has to do with, thanks again, Lisa, that it has to do with the CERN. So I don't know. I would like to think it was. I would definitely like to think it was. There was a car seen leaving the scene. I'm not even going to tell you what color the car was. I don't want them to be found. And I don't think anyone in Georgia is going to leak that out either. So the car was caught leaving the scene, and that was it. So investigators, that's what they said. Pentagon, I guess, or whatever. Federal, FBI, I think it was. The Guidestones and what happened is extremely significant. It's also bringing people that have family members that don't believe the stories about the Guidestones or don't care about the Guidestones are now, because they're hearing it in the news, going to look into the Guidestones to see what's written on those stones. How could you not? How could you not try to find out what the hell is written on those stones? Those stones say that to keep in coinciding with nature, right? And coexisting with nature, to keep everything controlled down to 500 million humans on Earth. So I'm happy they blasted the shit out of the stone. And it just so happens that they blasted the English stone, right? So I took that like a hit on Biden. Look at it the way you want to. I wish Trudeau had a freaking stone there. Anyways, another, it's horrible. Biden is destroying America. Trudeau's destroying Canada. We have Boris Johnson. I call him Boris Yeltsin. Boris Johnson just resigned, and I honestly think it was because of his hair, but I'm not going to mention that. I don't think people appreciated his haircut. But anyways, what do I know? Patty in the house. Thanks, my friends. I'm Georgia and got the news about Georgia Guidelines from Dante Santori. Thank you. I also know that person. Yeah, just very recently happened. In the middle of the night, the Guidestones were attacked. It's 4 a.m., just before sunlight that occurred. So I imagine maybe they would have gotten there around 2 or 3 in the morning, trying to set up these, hiding amongst the lights. How would they have done that? They would have had to hide the cameras also. And it's a very, it's not something I would suggest anyone to do because it's dangerous. You got to be careful when you're setting out bombs and shit like that. You don't kill anyone. It's a very, very risky situation, but I know a lot of people were happy that no one was hurt and that the stones were down. After that stone was down and damaged, well, they said that the stones, of course, were unstable, but they weren't. It's just that they were expecting other strikes. They took the stones down. They were demolished. I'm not going to confirm to you that they took them all down. I do believe they did. The video I saw them taking them down, more stones, but they stopped and I saw 2 left. So I don't know if there's 2 left or if they continued to demolish it. But the stones, I believe, will all be demolished if they weren't already demolished the next day because they were dangerous. Very, very interesting. Thanks, Patty. I wonder what happens when CERN's actions backfires. Yeah, well, we might know more about that, right? Like we're wondering what's going on with CERN. I have some people, and it's up and down. I did not know that. A lot of people think differently. Crawlface, a couple people came by in the community and says CERN's good. So I do have two sides to this. I don't trust them. I'm looking into them. I don't know anything about them. I know that's Indian people from India and stuff like that. I don't know who exactly is running the CERN, but I believe that every good association has some evil people inside of it. Hopefully, it's not evil and that it's going to remain good. They're going to do some good with it, but it could be anything. Is it a major weapon to destroy the world, or are they communicating with aliens? We have that message coming in. Arecibo in Puerto Rico destroyed just last year, or I think, or the year before. It's happening so fast. I'm not keeping track. So when you're watching the news and you look at all those stories, it makes sense when you put all those hits all the way from 9/11 attacks and everything. If you look at all the dates and the particular dates and the reasons why these things were done, I looked up, I wanted to find out when I think it was the Pentagon, when they had built it. And guys, I hope I'm not mistaken, but the first day they put a shovel in the ground to build the Pentagon was on September 11th. And I guarantee you, there's no videos out there of nobody saying it, because me, dumbass, just regular guy like me, went and did just a little research. And if you do researching like that, you'll get a whole bunch of truth that comes up to you. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a coincidence, but I took it that the trade towers was a hit against the Pentagon because the Pentagon was opened and started digging the building of the Pentagon in on September 11th. Not sure exactly of the year, so I'm not even going to mention it. But you got to wonder why all these things are occurring, right? You did, and they'll find you. Did you do it with your mind or with weapons? David, how's it going, brother? Hey, I was right on Josh and I forgot. Oh, there it was. What's going on? Bribe just got my old account back, laughing my ass off. Oh, you got, jeez, that's funny. Their scam didn't work, Josh. Did you just get it back? Oh God, you're gonna think I'm a hacker. It wasn't me, bro. I swear to God. What's going on, bro? I just got my old account. Well, are you serious, dude? Good, man. It's funny. I went to the bank this morning talking about a problem with my connection, and then I got home and Rogers was down. So there's definite energy problem around me. Hopefully, I can help some people. Yes, sir. Thanks for being here, man. Join Bruce's Patreon channel if you guys want to. Follow his link here. Thank you, Julie. I love you so much. And yeah, I kept that at $3, keeping it low. Tried to keep it low just to get a little bit of support from people. The Patreons are remaining always under the 100 mark, of course, but it doesn't matter. The little bit of people that are there, guys, you're keeping me afloat, and I really thank you for it. On the description of each video, if you scroll down in the description of each video, you can see the Patreon link there too. It's always there. Dripping, man, windows all open, the fan on only 3 hours ish till sundown. So, hey, again, guys, the sun is back up. I filmed it yesterday. I looked at the spots today online. They're still very bad. And so every time the sun acts like that, well, we have heat strokes everywhere. You got these heat streams that are going through countries like, in Birmingham, the UK. We have Montreal here. It's sizzling hot. Tonight, again, going down to 9 degrees, just above freezing. Well, a few degrees above freezing. Hoping to get the moon. Yesterday, I was not able to get the moon. Are you guys seeing where the moon is going down? The moon is going down again in the south west, and it's low on the horizon. Doesn't go up in the sky. Stays very, very low. We're seeing a major change in either the axis of Earth, the moon. Someone is definitely moving around, toppling around. Did you guys know that the ozone layer moves around? Found out that too the other day. All this, when you get into the barometric pressure and the ceiling and the height of the ceiling over you, always wonder what the hell they meant by that. You start looking it up and you go, whoa, everything is like a gravity wave. Everything is going up and down. Probably Earth too, going up and down. Imagine Earth turning, if it even turns. Can't really say that we see it turning unless we get off of it, right? So, how long can a person live with dead parts in them? Asking for a friend. That's a good question. that's one I'm sort of curious about too. Eh? What about like those babies or those people that are born with brothers or sisters like half in them or on them? That's like, ooh, you know. Elon Musk has twins, by the way. You guys know that? Josh, mine too. My phone is definitely. I'll go as far as saying retarded because it definitely has a problem. My phones are basically all have problems here, but it could be that there's the frequency and something in the air, but I can't walk into my room without it going on. And so I'm like sort of magnetized for some reason. Always made me laugh. So when I saw that first movie where people had spoons sticking to his face, that magnet movie way back, like I don't know what it is, but it made me laugh. And I'm saying maybe there's some truth to that, maybe there's some truth to that. Barb Weist in the house. Happy Friday to you too, Barb. Thanks so much for being here. The amazing support. Thanks for the shout outs, Barb. Hey, yes, definitely UAPs. Thanks, Craig. Listen, it was touchy, man. I don't like posting the daytime UFOs because most of the daytime UFOs are just pollen flying around. I think so myself, even myself. So what I do is I filmed the moon and I saw them going by and I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. That it wasn't pollen. It's on a straight trajectory. It's doing just like the UFO light. So that means the UFO lights that I'm seeing at night, they're probably here in the day too. And if you look carefully, they look like little ghosts with sheets on them. You could literally see the tail behind them as they're going in a very, very straight line. Pollen can go in straight lines, but not for a long time. It'll go straight and then it'll often turn, go back up and funnel around. And when there's pollen in the sky and you're filming a video with pollen in the sky, I've done it. This is probably one of the only channels that deliberately filmed pollen. I did a comparison with the videos and the pollen. They're completely different. Completely different. Pollen's coming from all angles and it goes both fast because they're close. The closer they are, those pieces of pollen, the faster they're going by and the bigger they are. And you can see them going in all different directions. When you see that on a straight trajectory, and I showed 3 of them, all on the same trajectory, it's UFOs or, as you say, UAPs that are going to a destination or traveling around Earth. If you say it's probably a satellite, like some people actually did, one person did, it's like, guys, satellites, I filmed the satellite train. Elon Musk satellite train. For those who don't know what a train is, when Starlink from Elon Musk sends up satellites, they send it up in a rocket and then they launch all the satellites out synchronously, one after the other, and then they all line up and you can see anywhere from 60 to 120 or 160, depending on how they send out. You see them appear over the horizon because the sun apparently is putting lights on them, putting the light on them. Sun rays are reaching them. And that doesn't last for more than 8 to 9 seconds and they completely disappear. While they're going up in orbit, the satellites are freaking small. They're tinier than the lights that I'm getting. So how small do the people think that those satellites are going to be when they reach their high orbit destination, 400 or 500 kilometers up? It's not going to be seen. Don't even think of it. Maybe a sparkle, maybe a flash. I don't even think that because the mirrors are turned away. Those of you, and I know a lot of people didn't, I'm following the satellite story, and I was following it for the past 6 years. The problem, the big telescopes, we heard it last year, were upset with all the launches because they said the satellites are going to have the mirrors pointing towards Earth, and it's going to destroy the view of the satellite. It's going to distort the images. Obviously, if they're waiting for messages in space and looking for flashes, it's going to be confusing with the satellites going by. So when they go up in orbit, those satellites, don't even think of it anymore. Why do you think people don't have videos of satellites? Oh, filming the satellites go by. Oh yeah. We got them going north to west, west to east, south to north, south to west. I mean, satellites have a trajectory that is known, that you can go online, you can see what satellites up over your head, and I do it all the time. There are no satellites going by my house. They're over the water. take the time to invest some time to see where satellites travel. They say there's thousands of satellites traveling around Earth. I don't know that. Maybe, right? And if there is, do you think those thousands of satellites are going to go directly over your freaking house? No. Some in the States, some all around the world. Look at just the number of satellites over Canada. Whoop, then we break it down to a few hundred. Then we find out where they're going. Whoop, we just got rid of about 200 of them that we know they're not coming here. How many are left? 100. If I see UFOs in the night, they get 100 UFOs or more than 100 UFOs. Well, they're not satellites. They're definitely not satellites. So, Lancashire, UK, thank you so much, Mix Ma'am, for being here, you guys. Yeah, exactly. What's a satellite? Well, there's no videos of them. Nobody films them aside for filming the satellite trains, especially when you see them, the satellites crossing up to 3 and 4 in the screen. I filmed up to 6 in the screen. Gabber Beast the other day filmed up to 4 in the screen. They're not satellites. They're freaking crossing paths with each other. They don't get satellites to go into each other. You know, they're all at different heights and levels. Thank you so much, Lisa. And we're seeing some color changes, Lisa, and some incredible changes on the moon, whether it be because of the seasons or whether it be because of, it's not all refraction. And that's the thing. Refraction, look it up, what the meaning of refraction is. It's a fizzing electric blue light or whatever the color of the light is that's going to appear in the image. So if you don't see any digital refraction or chromatic aberration that's fizzing around on the video, well, it's because there's color on the surface. NASA said there was color. Do you know NASA's color map of all the minerals? When I filmed the moon, 17 locations of all where they say that there is color, I show it by filming the moon live. So a lot of people say, don't depend on what NASA says. It's not that I depend on what they say. And I never started this by saying that they were liars. I don't care about them. They show some stuff that I analyze and I study. It doesn't mean they're telling the truth. They're obviously lying about a lot of things. It's not that they're telling us lies. It's they're just quite simply leaving out information, not telling anyone, have you guys heard in the news that James Webb Telescope got hit 5 times by meteoroids? Or did you have to, heard it on the grapevine? Or did you hear it in the sidelines? Or maybe you did some researching or heard it from a family member. They're not talking about this in the news. The news are keeping all that shit private from us. I have had dreams about exploding lights. It was 2-3 months ago. I had that, man. It was a tsunami, bro. It scared me in the dream. And oh man, in my dream, when the big ass wave came up, I was with my brother. I think I mentioned this here a couple months ago. When it happened, do you know what I felt in my dream? I felt the wind and the coldness on my face and around my mouth from the wave rising up. I could feel the humidity. And in my dream, okay, smoke started coming from my mouth like fog because there was so much humidity. And I said, my God, we're going to drown. And I woke up. So intense dreams. And sometimes the dreams are pretty intense because I'm not a dreamer, Josh. I never dream. I have visions and I have these thoughts that during the day, yes, literally come to me. And I rarely dream, but that was what I believe was a dream. And boy, I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was crazy because sometimes some dreams feel real. 1 second, everybody. There we go. Wipe off my forehead a little bit here. Wiped off my forehead a little bit to be able to continue. And yes, Beth, as they exploded them, there was a purple haze. I saw it and the blue flash around the stone post lightning strike. Yep. There's an image. You're exactly right that I slowed down of the explosion, and you can literally see an electrical fire that's there. The whole ground and sky, maybe 20, 30 feet up in the air. It's all blue. And then, of course, went to the purple, like you said. It does look like a lightning strike. And boy, I'm telling you, if that's due to the combining of the energies, I don't know if some of you remember the post I said or during the last stream, or I don't remember where I said it myself. Let's combine our energies together to stop CERN. Well, I think it's something happened the opposite, but wow, was it us that destroyed the Guidestones with our thoughts? The government must be really afraid of that. For them to be doing mind controlling, it's most likely because with our minds, we're able to do stuff, right? They probably don't want many people knowing that. One news light exploded in my dream. Well, that light, was it before the Guidestones? I mean, I think, what if we all get premonitions, Josh, what if we all start getting premonitions like more than the normal? Maybe CERN's trying to wake up our minds. That'd be nice to think, that they're not trying not to destroy us. Because I remain open-minded, because I have some really close friends that came here and said that CERN was good. So I'm remaining neutral, but I'm watching them. I don't trust them. That's for sure. We'll see what happens. Bacon, America great again. He's wearing the hat. He's rocking the hat, my friend. He is rocking the hat. When he goes out like that, neighbors don't even notice he's alien. They just watch the hat. I went out with, you know what happened in my dream yesterday? The hat fell. In my dream yesterday, that beautiful hat that Floyd and Julie Gatesmasher sent to me, it fell down in my dream. And I remember when it fell down, it knocked the telescope over, and it was during a stream. I was just telling Josh I didn't have dreams. Well, I'm so maybe a little bit of a liar. I had a dream yesterday about that. But I'm telling you, it's rare that I have literal dreams by, very, very rare, actually. Baja Girl 302, thanks for being here. Thanks again, Patty. Thanks for everything, my friend, for all the support, man, over the years. Bruce, everyone needs some income. No shame at all. No, exactly. That's right. That's right. Satellites don't make 90-degree turns. Exactly. Or just stop and go, or fight with each other and send out projectiles, like I've been seeing more often and more often. You're absolutely right about that. And yeah, of course, there's nothing wrong with, everybody needs money. Yes. And I'm here doing this full time, and that's it. The ones that really thrashed me, they have 6 fundraisers. I only have 1, right? And they have these 6 fundraisers where they posted Limey Watcher, sleaziest slug on YouTube, Limey Watcher, saying that I stole his work. A lot of people are mesmerized at what I showed, and they're very angry because they weren't the first people to show it. And I had a lot of them come to the channel and attack me, but he was one of the ones that were opening several fundraisers and saying, guys, I got my work stolen. Nobody watches my videos, and just complaining. There's nothing wrong with being honest and telling people that they're not getting views. It happens to me. I let you know when they're blocking the channel, because I see it in analytics. But a lot of people are opening fundraisers just for the fun of it, which, again, still none of my business. Why get frustrated? Don't follow that person if you don't like them. Are you honestly going to be mad because somebody sent them $10? Get a freaking job. That's how I look at it. Late on the time for sure. I can never see everything. Mark Bauer, thanks again for being here, my man. Oh gosh. I hope none of you are in whiteouts. Can't thank you enough. Doing it all with the support from you, my friends, being here, supporting the channel and everything that you're doing. I really love you for it, Floyd, and everybody. Thank you so much. Interesting, eh? So you guys think it possibly could be a lightning strike? I'm interested too in the fact of it, because you know what? I tell you guys, I just don't believe that a pipe bomb is going to blow the hell out of cement. It destroyed it. It's over a foot thick. I don't know how thick it is. We see missiles falling during wars that blow up stuff on the ground and doesn't even make a hole in the cement. Can you imagine, what happened there? I don't know. Maybe a strike from somewhere. Maybe the car that was leaving the scene left the scene because he flipped out because it exploded. Maybe it wasn't even a person that said it. Could have been done from the air. Black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? That's what they're going to do. Or maybe they're going to bring some rain. I think the sun's going to bring some rain. Sun's been active. CERN's just started back up. The sun is back up active. Don't forget, the last solar flares there was the day I bought the solar telescope. Okay. Back in April or May. There's not been any solar flares since. So I'm going to make a prediction. Since now they haven't talked about solar flares from April or May, I predict in the next 3 days that there's going to be another solar storm or maybe even a coronal mass ejection, depending on how bad the sun is going to be. The sun is ramping up, and it ramps up really quickly. It changes very quickly. Did you see where 2 million acres are on fire in Alaska? No, I did not, Bobana. Wonder if this from Earth's tilt. Thanks for sharing that, Bobana. I did not know that. And I'm really concerned about them burning down the trees. They're doing it on purpose. They did it in California. I believe that's all deliberate. It's all deliberate. And did you see how, I don't know, they weren't trying to put out the fires. It's like they were just controlling the burn. Houses after house after house, city. Well, maybe not city, but the towns. I saw some towns burn in California there. The whole towns, maybe not, but there was some incredible damage being done by, it's weird. We can make it bloody rain. We can geoengineer rain, but the problem is you can't do it over, I think, a burning area. If I'm not mistaken, I did look this up, and there has to be a certain temperature, because what happens, the fire creates its own weather, right? Big fires create its own weather. Fire tornadoes and everything we were seeing in California is just absolutely incredible. But they're burning down trees. I don't know why. Alaska, there's a no-fly zone. When HARP started up many months ago, they stopped people from flying over Alaska because HARP is beaming there. So when you find out where HARP is and when you find out how far they're beaming and what they're doing, very concerning. How can we not think that that's the reason why the birds are dying in the sky or that fish are being affected in the oceans, If it's not an outside attack with all the bio attacks, I think that's what happened. We got the shit-stained government in China probably doing some bio attacks. Well, they did. They caused the CVID, by the way, in Wuhan. I hope everybody knows that. China started all this, leaked it out. It was leaked out. So whatever they say happened, I'm not ever going to forget that. Told everyone I know it was China. But I ask people here in town and talk about that rarely with people around here. Now, 100% behind the government. Everyone I talk to, 100% behind the government. And I tell them I don't believe them. They're ignorant. They really are ignorant. Yeah, the silver. Yeah. Don't tell them it was silver. Yeah, and I'm happy for that. It is. God is done with these sick people, blows up the stones. It could be finger and boom. What's next, guys? Can we zone into what's going to be next? An attack or something major that's going to happen around the world? Something, I don't know. A lot of people are telling me, Bruce, Stone said that, I think it was Roger Stone, I'm not sure his name, on Alex Jones, mentioned that Trump was supposed to come out with the news that he's going to run in 2025, I think, or 2024. I don't know how it works in the States, but the reason why he didn't come out on July 4th, I believe, is because of that friggin' shooting, that stupid destruction of the 4th of July party, right? The festivities. Some people died. Also, many were harmed, 20 or something like that. So if Trump would have come out in that day, the leftists, the Democrats would have blamed that shooting for Trump having said that he was coming out. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to turn around and say, oh, look, we can't have him here. Look at all of America is going to be destroyed. No, those are paid people, paid actors to pretend and to go out and protest. There must be millions of dollars. Obviously, that's probably the reason why there's inflation, because they're giving the money away and they're just making money. They're printing money like there was no tomorrow. You can't do that. You can't just start printing money. That's how inflation occurs. So we're living through a depression in reality, not a recession. I believe this is a depression. So we're right back in the 1920s. Oh, look, we're in 2020s. So 100 years later, when the contract ended with the Rothschilds, when that ended, what happened is the treaty ended and all the laws changed. And that's when everything became different. The media started lying. We have an infiltrated American government where the CIA is completely corrupt and that they're being dismantled the past 3 or 4 years. I think they've been doing that. But it's just a little too big what's going on. So everyone's implicated in this. So like a lot of you tell me, when the shit hits the fan, it's going to hit it and the fan's going to rip off. All the blades going to rip off the fan. There will be no more fan. And it's starting to come out. What about Hunter Biden's laptop? It's been proven that Biden, Slow Joe, is part of that business and interactions with Chinese spies. Come on. That is crazy stuff. And then we're not allowed, we'd be like not allowed to come on and talk about it. Bull crap. Why is Rogers down? What happened with Rogers? What was the attack on Rogers? Was it a cyber attack? Was it CERN? What was it? God's love is mega powerful and unconditional. Remember that every day. Thank you so much, Bojack. Absolutely. It's the same message I would share with everyone. Absolutely. All who judge will be judged by the same measure. Absolutely right. It was reported there was reported that there was an explosion just now. You mean, or over there? Yeah, if they're talking about the stones, that's what they said. It was an explosion. And listen, it blew the living hell out of the stones, and with that electrical blue light, like Beth Noyes was mentioning, and a couple of you were mentioning, you got to wonder why. Got to really wonder what the hell's going on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Mix Ma'am. Let me scroll down now. If I scroll down, obviously nobody during a stream can see all of the comments, but I do try. Very close. Look at the farmers rebelling. Yes, we are. Teresa, be kind. It's coming, sister. It's coming. People are waking up, and yes. No, I'm telling you, carbon's not the problem. Carbon helps us. We need carbon. We need it. Like I said before, I said the bullshit. Klaus Schwab is the problem with the carbon. If they want to say that we're the ones that are causing the carbon footprint problem, I don't think so. How many times do you take a jet down to Italy or Japan? Not often. Me either. Never have, never will, especially now. Bill Gates got in trouble for monopolies and tech bite. He's doing the same thing with health and farming. Yes, he is. Yes, in his little salad club that he's trying to start, he's going to have salad growing on shelves like thousands of feet up or whatever, in all these shelves as it goes, just inside of this area. Why is Bill Gates buying out all the farmland? Well, because nanoparticulates. It all makes sense now. We take charge of the food market, infect the food, and that's it. That's all they have to do, right? That is all they have to do. Now you have to be careful when you're going to the store to check to see what the hell you're buying. Here, I showed it 2 years ago. I was buying hot dogs, and here I look at the pack and it says halal hot dogs. What the hell? And I went to the store and I said, why the hell are you not indicating that these are freaking halal hot dogs? I want to eat regular hot dogs. I want to eat tits and assholes, because that's what's in our hot dogs, and I'm just used to eating that. Noses, snouts, muzzles, whatever. That's what they put in them. Haven't eaten a hot dog in 3 months. When I started dieting and fasting, I quit that. Quit the cheese. Also, hopefully it will be helping my eye, so we will see for that. Yeah, we are so close. Dalek 2150, thanks for being here. It is. I agree with it. It is a beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful rubble I've ever seen. I would have loved to, if any of you are in Georgia and you can go by the Guidestones and pick up a piece of dirt for me or a tiny pebble from the monument, I would be ever so happy if any one of you has access to going there and picking up a little piece of the ground for me so I can stick it here in front of my voodoo. No, I'm kidding. So I can have it here. I want that energy here. I want to be able to suppress that energy from home. I'm fucked up, eh? Somebody get me a piece, please. Yes, Teresa, because Shinzo Abe was a person, one of the persons that we did not want to leave us. He had very good relationships with the United States of America, and both him and Trump were doing good things to bring the countries together. It's very, very sad about that. It is too bad. And yes, rest in peace, Shinzo. It was a tragedy. It was a very horrible image to see. The explosions, guys, it wasn't like a gun, it was like a cannon. It was incredible. 2 explosions. Very sad story. Could be all over the news. Richard Crooks, thank you so much, brother. Please put this to the next upgrade, bud. Love the channel. I will. I promise I will. I maybe even the next upgrade is going to be a fan because I'm getting friggin' hot. I'm surprised I toughed the hour. That's good. It'll be cooler tonight, I guess. Yep, that's right, Spear Thrower. You are the carbon they want to reduce. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. It really is true. So the ones of us that don't want to get jabbed and the ones of us that are complaining and sticking to ourselves will be the 10% that's left on Earth when things, when things start happening. What I miss, Lisa? Let me know. Danny, thanks so much for being here, bro, for being a member, for the amazing support, my friends. Thank you so much. I know I'm running late on the comments, but I think it's okay to be a fat ass as long as we are cute ones. There you go. I'm a cute fat ass. I got to admit it. I have a cute fat ass, actually. No, Klaus was not so blessed. All he's missing is a scar, from his eye that goes down his cheek and a white cat with a big ring. Creepy. Yes. Yes, John Black. That's how it is. It's true what you're saying. Working for free and we will have nothing missing, right? Nothing missing. You want to have a car, you won't need a car. They'll drive us around, right? You can't drive your kids to school, doesn't matter. They'll be driving them around through buses or whatnot. And that is the definite goal of what they're trying to do. And like someone else said, we are the carbon they are trying to reduce. Finally off today so I can be here. Danny, I love you for it. Like I said, thank you so much for the amazing support, you guys. John Black said it, how it should be. Buy local, guys. I do it all the time, John. I stopped ordering in China. I'm not a big orderer, even for a shirt. Okay, guys, you know where I had to order the Space Force shirt? Okay, I had to order it in China. This is the only place I could find it from here. Imagine. Instead, you'd think you go to the Space Force to order it, but I wasn't able to. So, is it a Space Force shirt? Yes, it is a Space Force shirt. Duh. Ralph Peterson from the Netherlands. Thank you so much for being here. Dwayne, require changes in governance. Absolutely. That's what we need. You see that guy who made water fuel his car? Oh, yes. Bob Lazar. The other one was murdered 3 days ago after he posted it. Not too good, eh? What the hell's going on, eh? Lots of hits coming out. So now, guys, the hitmen are on the roads. They're everywhere. Hitmen everywhere. What's going to happen? There's going to be groups, terror attacks. I mean, crazy. Rogers is down. What the hell's going to go on with that? Rogers cyber attacked or what? What's going on? It's very dangerous. They're on the verge of declaring an invasion in the States through Texas. Thank God that Texas is at the border with other states. I don't, not naming them. I know there are quite a few other states further out from the border that have gone down to help that out. And imagine that, guys, there are thousands and thousands of people every day from all the countries of the world, some of them pedophiles, some of them terrorists, some of them good people looking for another nation to raise their children and to have a free land. Most of them are, which is very sad that sometimes, often, when people say we don't want the immigrants coming in, it has nothing to do with racism. Mexico doesn't want us going down there with our beach towels. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we all run away from our homes and leave with just school bags full of beach towels and shit, and let's go through the border all the way down to Mexico, go into Mexico and just, I'm the whiz, walking around like idiots, just walking into the country. We're immigrants, can't do anything. We're coming in here. We're going to the beach. If they're coming into our country, let's go where the palm trees are. Let's give them the US. Let's walk into the Mexico, bring all the buildings over there and shit, and just let the US become a desert. You know, when somebody does something like that to counterattack what the idiot elite rulers are doing, it causes a lot of problems. A lot of people are awake right now, and I believe there's a lot of shenanigans, good shenanigans going on right now, where we have no clue how big the next attacks are going to be, but I know it's happening. And the government will never be able to get the handle on it. They're done. They're done. They'll continually go downwards and downwards and downwards. Then we will reform the governments. They will become corrupt again by, by 2120. They'll start again by being corrupt and stuff. It's a repetitive thing that we've been doing over the years, that they continually do over the years. Good people get killed. Kennedy was assassinated. Why do you think? Everything to do with UFOs. NRO, reconnaissance, does not want to share the UFO information. I just saw that on the Black Vault. Have you ever heard of the Freedom Act? The Freedom Act permits people like you in the United States of America, citizens, regular people, to be able to get information that is classified online, to have it exposed, declassified, to have it, unleashed to the public. And that's what the Black Vault Greenwall is doing over there. And with the Freedom Act, get this, this just out on YouTube. There are government people. The government is on YouTube with channels on YouTube, and he wants to declassify those channels that are keeping unlisted or private videos, and he's probably going to win. This is in the making right now. If you all want to head to theblackvault.com after the stream, there are over 3 million documents there that are each day being released. There was some released by the school commission the other day. There's some that was released by the Energy Association the other day. So they're not telling any of us this crap in the news. All the information that's coming out is sitting on a website mixed in with millions of documents where people don't really want to take the time, or even can take the time, to go in and try to find what's coming out. But I'm doing it, and I'm telling you, it's freaking incredible what's being leaked right now on theblackvault.com. It's absolutely incredible. So with the Freedom Act, he's trying to bring to disclose these private videos, to have them publicly shown and visible for the public to view it. So hats off for him. That's why I support theblackvault.com, even though we don't know really who these people are, Yep. Synthetic food, my friend. Absolutely. My mother the other day, again, she's smart, and she was talking about, she goes, hey, they were talking about those lab grown meat and fish grown in the labs, and they were saying they didn't need to kill the cows anymore. All we needed is to have a couple of cows, inseminate them or whatever, and just continually keeping a small group of cows just to use the DNA. So now it's all done with synthetic crap. Synthetic DNA can change the human body completely. For real. Synthetic DNA we can associate with birds, and we can have wings. There's nothing we can't do. So when you think of all the beings that are around, this is scary. Think of all the beings and entities that we hear, whether you're religious or not, from the Bible and all these, that they have animal heads and some have animal bodies and human heads and all this. Doesn't it remind you of experimentation done on humans? I think it was Mr. Weeman that came here the other day. Charles, love you, brother, who mentioned, he says, God, I think he mentioned something like that, but that's my understanding. God is the Almighty One and the Almighty powerful man, but there's nowhere written in the Bible that he's not using science, right? So all these experiments on creating beings, maybe God was good at doing it, but now humans are doing the same thing. So we talked about the God particle. They're looking for black holes. Science started advancing really quickly the past 2 or 3 years, like really quickly, talking about sciences and phenomena that they know nothing about. They still don't know more about it, but they're definitely talking about it more now. Thanks, F Donkey. I believe it 100%, John Black. So the leaders that are being attacked, it could be the good leaders. I'm not stupid, even looking at Putin there, right? I've had a lot of controversy here about that. I don't even talk about it anymore because one, we're not allowed. And but honestly, with what's going on, I mean, anyways, yes, they're all together. So the ones that are being attacked or hated around the world, you got to remember that because they could be the ones that are trying to help, right? But they're not going to be able to. It really is, Danny. Everything is down. It is brutal. Been away for a while. Missed you and our friends on the moon. Robin Phillips, thanks. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you so much. I hope everything's okay with you and your family. They seem to just go about their business. Yep. That's what we're looking at. It would just look like there's a bunch of lights on the moon, if that's what you're talking about, that are not scared or not trying to hide themselves either, and they're going about their business, literally living on the surface of the moon. But how could NASA have ever thought that somebody would not find this? When I look at the moon, I started thinking everyone around me was fake because it's like, well, you don't see that? What the hell? How could you not see that? What's going on? So, Margaret, thanks for being here. If you come into Montreal, we have to meet up over coffee. A lot to talk about. Thank you, Margaret. I love you for it. Maybe one day I will get out and talk to some people. I did it twice so far, and I think even one person was there, a couple of guys in the car, and I don't think they wanted to talk. I think there was some mischievous things going on, but yeah, it'll probably come. It'll probably come one day, and I'll leave the Bat Cave. I'm literally like Batman. I don't have his body or his suit or his incompetence or power, but I'm living like him in the cave. I don't have a round table with my car turning around on it, but I'm stuck here in my cave. I haven't left for 6 years, and it's like people scare me now. People really scare me now. Humans scare me. How could I be human if I'm so afraid of humans? Boy, the mentality of people are just so brainwashed, and it scared me because it's proof that people are brainwashed. It's so scary. It's real. I believe it's real. Yeah, John Black says it. Reselling our oil. It's and not just our oil, your oil in the States. It's the reserves, the oil reserves. So what are they doing in the food reserves? Do any of you know that the major food plants like Nestle and they were destroyed? They burnt down a whole bunch of them all in the same month. Why are they doing that? And somebody came to the channel and said, "Well, Bruce, it's bad what they're doing there, so it maybe be best to see it go." So you see we're seeing some things being taken down. We're all worried and stuff, but it might be a good thing that they're getting rid of some of these associations that we've always dealt with all of our lives that are actually really bad people. Towel off time. Whoop, it is hot. 1 second, my friends. Here we go. Good for another. Yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to make it. They're going to be replacing trees in the rainforest for years to come. Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff there. It's crazy stuff. Hey, thanks to people like you, Dalek 2150. I love you, bro, for that, my friend. A lot of people here in Canada had their bank accounts frozen because they were donating. I mean, I'm talking about a young girl who has a very minimum wage job working 3 days a week, had her money seized from her. No way of her being able to feed her child. This is serious stuff. Do you see the new in the States? Now you can't defend yourself with a knife or anything if somebody comes into your store to rob you and doesn't have a gun. If that person doesn't have a gun and you show the gun and kill them, you're going to jail. It just happened. The rules and laws are all changing, but they're going to be rechanged back, my friends. Every order that piece of shite Biden is changing all the orders that Trump had started. And it's weird how they're just completely taking everything down. Makes absolutely no sense. Julie, thank you so much for becoming a member. Love you guys so much for the amazing support here. Thank you. Oh, replanting. I'm sorry, Jericho. I misunderstood. Jericho, thanks, Julie. Jericho, peace, brother. That's good news. That's what I want to hear. And it's maybe a sign that things are going to get better. I can only see the positive in that. So yes, they have to plant trees. The trees is regulating the carbon. It's taking the carbon into the bark, and it's just a normal process of things that, it doesn't contaminate us or anything. And over the years, we're hearing about all those trees being taken down. Jericho, I have trucks here from the States, from you guys in the States, are coming down with trucks with big tree logs, and or the opposite. It's either us going up to the States or them coming down. They don't go by anymore. They stop going by. The big fuel trucks here stop going by. There's no more big fuel trucks going by and stuff. It's very troubling when you see all that happening. You wonder why the hell. Divine Sorcery here. Welcome. Yes, it is, John. Absolutely. And they're putting that in people's heads, right? So, and it's getting so ridiculous, John. There's the right, there's the far right, and now there's the deep right. It's like, oh, stop it. Come on. Seriously. People hiding their Uncle Ben's rice because they're afraid that they're going to be racist. Remember, they took Uncle Ben's off the market, saying it was racist against black people. And then black people came online, started saying, wait a minute, it wasn't racist. Uncle Ben was a black person that made incredible rice. The recipe, why take that away? Why take that heritage away? It's such a beautiful thing. I grew up on Uncle Ben's rice, So what I did when all this shit started happening, I went to the store, ran into the store, and I got a big ass bag of Uncle Ben's rice, and I kept it upstairs for like a museum piece, because it's not something that's going to exist anymore. I'll bring the Uncle Ben's rice out in 20 years and say, don't forget to eat your Uncle Ben's rice. Be so happy when the people have control over our lives again. And it's coming, Beth. I'm telling you, we are going to see it. Some of us are going to see it. It's a beautiful thing that's happening right now. For us to win over evil, we have to see the last few hits. It's like a Star Wars movie where you see, oh my gosh, I don't even watch Star Trek. Darth Vader. I didn't even know his name, guys. Darth Vader sends 3 plasma rays or whatever the hell they do in those silly movies, and they start hitting the other good people that are driving in the vessel, like Star Trek or something, whatever. And then you see that it ends up, oh my God, they're going to die. No, they win at the last shot and they blow up Darth Vader. Well, that's where we're at. We're at that face-to-face now where people are advancing like chess pieces, right? Advance, nobody eats nobody, nobody eats nobody. What happens when the chess pieces meet each other? Then there's sudden moves that occur. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everyone's eating everything. But until we meet face to face, and that's where we're at. We're at that point where good and evil have met face to face. Lies are coming out. They're putting people down. The media looks so ignorantly childish. CNN, BS, the bullshit that they're saying on there, and not just CNN, MSNBC, a whole bunch of them, CBC News, ABC News, NBC News. They're all a bunch of liars. Fox, I like Fox because I was going to say Tucker Carlson's there, and sometimes, even though he doesn't talk about everything, I know a lot of you tell me that, Bruce, he doesn't say the whole truth. I know he's not allowed, but he is the one trying to show that there's corruption. So I tend to, without following it like it was a religion. I listen to what they have to say. I listen to CNN to get good laughs. They're saying all the entire opposite of what's going on. Did you guys know that CNN, someone at CNN, what's his name, the one in Turner, right, if I'm not mistaken, has something to do with the Georgia Guidestones? Very interesting. Alex Jones was bringing that up. So there's some interesting aspects of that. I mean, woof. It's all going to come out, right? Like, it's crazy. The people, AOC, Nancy Pelosi. Well, I'm Canadian. I shouldn't know these people, right? What's her name? Lightfoot, the mayor in Chicago. What the hell is going on with these people? These sadistic people, talking and changing everything, and everyone's just looking around wondering, but why isn't someone doing something? Well, it's being done in the background, and now by this point, everyone's hiding behind trees. We got literally ninjas in Chicago, okay? Spies and everything. That's how everything's infiltrated. We don't know if there's Chinese people, spies that are here in the country. There's always been Russian spies here. There's always been Russian spies in Russia, also American spies in Russia. Why? Because it's one wants to get on top of the other. But us there, we're here on Earth to try to live, but we can't, because there's always going to be that fighting and that monopoly. When one takes over, how do they get back? Well, they fight a war and they kill communities. That's what they do. They burn towns, rape kids and adults and whatnot. Why is the war always on the people? Why isn't it done? Like, why don't you see the White House and Russian Confederation or whatever, the two buildings going boo, 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 boo to each other, instead of, oh, I'm going to hit your people. Oh yeah, I'm going to cut food from your people. Oh yeah, well, I'm going to hit in the West there. It's crazy. And people ask me, how can you not respect that guy? Are you kidding me? They're a bunch of assholes. And don't forget, you can't be lukewarm in life. If you murdered someone the first 5 years of your life and then started getting really kind at the end, you're not a kind person, right? You're lukewarm. Putin was a KGB. I don't know if you guys know what KGB does and did. They're still around, right? They say no, but of course they still are. It wasn't just around when Gorbachev was around. But anyways, I'm maybe a little bit off of the topic. Yeah, I mean, didn't even have to watch. I started watching a bit of it, and I was like, I know all that. The people that are awake know exactly what the hell is going on. And 2,000 Mules. People, you have to watch that if you haven't watched it yet. Voting on Dominion machines in Canada. Yeah. So, the elections are rigged. I am a proud Canadian who has only gone to vote once, and I'm ashamed to have gone to vote once. Never been back. Never will go back. It's all bullshit they're doing. It's all fear tactics, and no matter who you vote for, I think it'd be worth going to the vote and into the voting booth just to write a letter to tell them to frig off. Write a letter on that little piece of paper you have, just bombard it with insults, like, you morons, you imbecilic, childish mothers. I'm so enraged with them. They're so stupid. And what blows me away is that we're so civilized that we're just sitting there, which is normal, including me. But when your money system goes down and you have no more jobs or way of getting food, then people stand up and talk, and their tongues are not in their pockets. And that's what's going to happen. Knock, knock. Berlin, knock. Thank you very much. Berlin in the house. Anarchy Television. The only question I have is, why in the hell did it take so long for somebody to destroy it? It really is a good question, Anarchy Television. I'm telling you, it is a hell of a good question, just to show you how protected those Georgia Guidestones are. Listen, an investment of millions, if not billions of dollars to take care of those bloody stones. It was vandalized several times, and they fixed it immediately. It's always brought back to its original shape and form. So they took them down now. All the stones, I believe, are down. I saw 2 remaining up. I didn't see the video of them all down, but I confirmed they took more down. So that's a very good thing. The cabal is falling. Thanks, Bruce. Your work is amazing. Thank you so much for the next generations. Juan Alfredo Lopez, muchas gracias, bro. Thank you so much for being here, man. Yes, definitely. We're on a positive note. I feel that this positivity is going to come out from that. It is not that hiding it has been like that for centuries. You're absolutely right, Lisa. Everything that's going on right now has always gone on, including the human trafficking, which disgusts me. There's still slaves today. They never ended. They hid it. The same way when Germany won the war, took over the states in theory, and or parts of the states, and are just quite simply keeping the American flag up and having English people talk for them. Whoever that piece of shite cabal is, okay, it's one group, one world group of people that are ruling the world. We will never know if they're white or black, or if they're aliens or not, or both. We'll never know that because they're hiding it. But don't you find it interesting that whether you believe the religion or not, or the Bible or not, they say we're living in the times of revelation? Well, how is it? Is it a coincidence only that all these things are being revealed? Oh my gosh, I sound like a religious person myself now, but it's true. It's true. And never until this point, it's never been that true when you look at what the hell's going on. You can't help but wonder what's going on, you know. That was a good one, guys. Government property, the upgrading the guide. Yes, everything's going to change. All the treaties that are ending, Alpha Kush, thank you for being here. Everything's changing. The land was county property. Yep, Elderton. I never get the name of it. By the county, the monument was maintained by the Granite Company. Yes, it was. Not important. I was trying to get the name of the company, but yes, exactly. But here's the thing: it was upgraded. Hold on, the county monument was maintained by the Granite Company. Yes, and they're still not the ones that ordered that to be built. John Turner had a part in that. There were some other names mentioned. There's Mr. Christian, family name Christian, that was having them built for someone else that's anonymous. And they had it built. Granted, millions or billions of dollars invested in that area, in those stones. And it's eugenics. It's eugenics to keep the world at 500 million and all that, and everything that's written on the stones. It is eugenics, and it's a guide apparently for when everything goes down, when people know how to maintain the world. Well, the hell with that. And it's gone. It was considered an evil satanic monument for many, very controversial monument, and most people don't know about the Georgia Guidestones, as many Americans as Canadians don't know about it. Some of them know about them, but they just are not interested in finding out about them. Hello, Susan. Thanks, Susan. Let me scroll down here, guys. Like I said, I can't get them all. Yes, the prime minister was shot. Yeah, a former prime minister of Japan, and it's very sad because they were making. Hello, Stephen J. Ford. They were making statements together, the America and Japan and Shinzo Abe and Trump, that was bringing the trade closer and better. They were doing better things, you know. It was a positive thing. So he's not one of the ones that we would have wanted to disappear, you know. Unfortunately. Absolutely, I am Kai. Absolutely right. And we don't see them. It's nearly impossible to see. And with slow photography, you could absolutely see it. And I've seen it even in my own footage where you slow down the lightning strike. So the lightning strike is looking for the markers. The markers are those 4 or 5 lines that go up from the surface. And in the sky, you know, like in the cartoons, excuse me, hiccups, in the cartoons where we see smoke, like the smell of smoke going to someone's nose, or lightning looking for a place to strike on the ground, is because there's actually some truth into that. The lightning strikes that comes up from the ground is where the lightning in the air is going to come down and strike it. So it's usually pow, and it's an instant flash that no one will see. But when you slow that down, you can actually see the truth of that. And again, not just slowing it down. Sometimes it takes those 3 million pixel cameras where they're ultra slow motion cameras, and it goes and gets frame by frame, and it shows everything that's occurring. So lightning strikes from the ground first, and but still, yeah, it comes from the air in a way, but it's what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up. Been holding, sharing, just keep watching, go out, up and down. I'll check back, Bruce. I've been holding, sharing, just keep watching, going out, up and down. Sorry about that, Stephen J. Ford. Thanks so much, man, for being here. Actually, Kai was the first one that mentioned to me that the stones had been hit. The first day it happened, I didn't even know. I had not even seen it yet. Was waiting to go look on Alex Jones. I would have seen it, but Kai brought it up, and I said, didn't understand at the beginning what he said, like the Georgia Stones. Yeah, Georgia Stones. What do you mean got blasted? And I looked it up, and lo and behold, it got blasted. Good. Someone probably hey, Josh Lemke, somebody probably 3D printed a rocket launcher. Oh gosh. Oh, are we in trouble, eh? If explosives were planted, it should be on film. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that you say that, Josh Lemke? You're damn right about it. And it's funny, the movie that they have, they don't show that, do they? They show at the moment of the explosion, right? The moment of the explosion. And like Beth said, and many others said, you see an incredible, it is an arc. It's an electrical arc, literally blue flash that I saw in the video pause. So it's definitely something like that. Human mind is strongest machine on earth. I believe that, Bobana, 100%. And I believe that in the past, the ancient people were far more intelligent than us. They were capable of retaining more information. They were had an easier way of learning. Could you imagine being alive for 1,000 years and know all the controversies of what goes on every 100 years? How somebody that's 1,000 years old would so know the government, know that something happens every 100 years. So that's why when we die under 100, in less than 100 years, most of us, they change things. Once you're dead, the next generation, they start the same shit up and nobody knows about it. Sad, eh? Archons made reptilians. Reptilians made some of the Greys. That'd be scary stuff if it's true, eh? Don't know much about them and all the alien races and stuff, but boy, I hope that information comes out. Fat Belly is here. I wonder what R2D2 was saying when they had to bleep it out in Star Wars. Yes, that's true, actually. Yeah, I can only imagine. Julie, thank you very much. If you guys enjoy spending time with me and you don't hate me too much as a person, you can go check out my music channel where I do these first attempts to try to play everything and anything from the Beatles to the Bee Gees to recent songs to older songs to Muddy Waters and Pink Floyd or whatnot. All first attempts that I try to play some music. Not incredible videos, just small videos. You could all check it out. I wrote a song about Trippin' Penny Bunny, which is now approaching 1,200 views. Way, thank you so much. A troll song, you guys. Got to go check it out. Trippin' Penny Bunny. Because she always tripping. Karen, thanks again for everything. Eh? Glad to catch you here too, my sister. Hamish's DA. Yeah, we got a lot of Masonic symbols around. For sure. Today, we encourage this channel by subbing, please. Great content. Thank you so much, Darla. It does mean a lot. Those of you that are not subscribed to me, if you take the time to subscribe to me, I promise to make a good video next up. And I do appreciate it. I don't ask for it enough. And I would appreciate you all taking the time to subscribe to me. And if you don't want people to know you subscribe to me, well, hide your subscriber accounts or hide your subscribers. But you do have to. No, you don't have to, but I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. It encourages me. Yeah, no, same here. Oh, well, both Stones. I thought you meant the Rolling Stones, but a little joke there. Yeah, I was not a fan of the Stones either. And how many times did we talk about them being blown up, and we talk about them being destroyed, and we wish they weren't there and wonder who built them and stuff. We talked a lot about it. Imagine. I'd swear I'd been watching Bruce close to 10 years off and on. Thanks, man. Maybe the Mandela effect. Maybe I have been here for 10 bloody years and I'm still not at 100,000 subscribers. But we should have been there this summer. This summer would have been 111,000 I was supposed to reach. That's what Social Blade said. But now Social Blade last week just went and changed the numbers, and they say I won't be at 100,000. Now again, they're going back up in 2023. There'll be people on the moon before I get to 100,000, I think, which is in not too long. There will be people on the moon, though. Yeah, it's a little odd, eh, Beth? It's things that don't make sense, eh? They didn't just catch the car. There's high-tech cameras there that look at the whole area where the Guidestones are. There are massive lights that will see anyone there. And the worst of it, he would have had, or she would have had, let's not put it in, women are capable too, even though we know it's a guy. How much time that person would have had to have been there without getting caught. Like, I mean, the cameras are on them. Is someone watching those cameras? No, probably not somebody hired just to sit and watch the Guidestones. Usually what happens, it's an area where there's 50 cameras or 20 cameras and monitors, and these people that are hired security guards are watching a whole bunch of different parks and areas. That's what they do. So somebody would have seen it. Maybe they did, and they hid that, how it was done, Beth, because I don't think they want people doing it to other monuments and stuff. But be watching. Every day since CERN has started up, including the day CERN started up, there's been murders, assassinations, death, explosions. News is coming out. Don't forget, China made contact with, they say, with an alien race out in space with a large telescope. Which telescope is that? Well, the telescope that they hid inside of the land. They have everything hidden of that telescope. The telescope's not standing up out of the ground. It looks like a crater. It looks like a crater on the moon, because 5 years ago, I mentioned that I bet you all those craters that are on the moon are all radio telescopes. Wouldn't be surprised. We see some of the bloody craters are up sideways. Looks like they're leaning up sideways, like they were lifted up. So, hey, guys and gals, I can't thank you enough for the amazing support, for having come by the channel here. We're dying of heat here. Now it's looking like rain, so I guess clouds are coming over. I'll be back up at 8 o'clock. I'm going to get a video up on the Friends channel between streams, and I can't thank you enough for the incredible support that you give this channel. If you're here commenting on the channel, if you're here commenting on the channel, you're definitely supporting the channel 100%. I love you for it. Can't thank you all enough. Thanks, Kai. It's because I'm always talking. It just feels like 10 years from listening to me. I just woke up 4 a.m. I don't know why I looked at YouTube and you were on. Lucky. What a great alarm clock. Thank you very much, bro. Keep YouTube on there and I'll start yelling every day at the time you want to get up. Like they used to do in the olden days, eh? The olden days, somebody had a big rod with a metal ball at the end and used to go tap on people's windows. People used to give them a little tip to go wake them up in the morning. I honestly think the world has to go back like that. We have to go back to trading. Yep. We have to go back to trading. Like, I don't know. I have a big bag of salt. I'll give you half my bag of salt for some of your pepper. You know, that's what we have to go back to doing. And where they say on the Guidestones, where people have to be in harmony and synchronized, they don't want rich people. But what the elites went and did is they went and got rich, but like really freaking rich. And they're using la creme de la creme products and food products while they're giving us muzzles and snouts. You know, we're just eating lips and asses. That's exactly what they're doing. Apparently, we're getting byproducts. We're getting the leftover products from the food, a certain food from China, and what we're doing here is we're shipping off our best high quality expensive meat off to China so they can eat. Why not keep it here? Buy local, you guys said? Yeah, buy local. That's what we have to do. It can be Hamish's DA. I'm not confused about that. And like I said, whoever they are, I also have another thing for you. I'll shoot out there. Who says we're not fallen angels? Who says we're not the ones that are here stranded in physical bodies on Earth because we did some bad shit in our past lives? And when we say past lives, there are no past or present, future lives. Life is life. Nah, 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 nah. Life exists all the time, right? Whether you're alive or dead, it's a different step in your evolution and your journey and your path, but we're souls, and we'll remain souls, whether we're inside of a body or come back as a reincarnated animal, like some religions believe. We still remain the same souls that we were in the beginning, is what I believe. Timelines are collapsing on themselves as we all evolve and surpass time. There is no time. That's what they say. There's no time, but I'm always running out of it. Like the present. Okay, well said. There's no time like the present. Check out Cake and Divergent. Thank you, mentality. Yes, direct energy weapons. DEW satellites. It all happened a couple months ago. Lisa Cheney, welcome, by the way. Hi from Montreal. It's a very hush-hush subject to talk about. You know, the nationalists or the nationals, all those people in the States that had their brains fried, agents, by the way, people high up in the government, like agents, had their brains fried by these direct energy weapons. A direct energy weapon can do anything and everything. They locate, track, and search for ballistic missile setups that are far underground, and they can decommission them. They can affect the frequency. So, in other words, we have a lot of frequencies that are being disturbed. So that's going to bring more scientists and inventors. They're going to try to counteract that. That's all we've been doing over the years. Somebody gets a way to break into the protection of national security or something, and then they're stuck trying to evolve the way, China stole everything from the States and from Russia. All the jets that they have, everything, all the guns that they have are all American, because they back engineered the weapons, right? They back engineered the weapons. Thanks to asshole Biden, all those weapons that were left in Afghanistan and all the multi-billion-dollar tanks and new top secret vehicles were left there in Afghanistan. And the next day we had some terrorists standing on top of the helicopters in their dresses, just yalla, playing around in all these helicopters. They sold some of that off to China. So China grabs the helicopter, back engineers it. In 3 months, they got a helicopter up in the sky. So stupid, paid by the American people. No. Bobana, thank you so much. I love you guys very much for the incredible support that you guys give the channels. I mean, sure, it's maddening that there's not more people here, but boy, I would be a hell of a bad person if I didn't thank you all, and if I didn't admit to all the support that is here, right? We should be a lot more people here, but I still do get incredible support by you all, and I thank you all so much. It could be a possibility, Christine. Do you know a lot of people that can blow things up and make electrical fires strong enough to blow through massive stone walls? Like a little bomb on the corner of the parliament is not going to take down the bricks, right? That was more than a pipe bomb. There was no idiot that did that. That was a paid hit. It was a paid hit, and I'm very happy for it. Some people say it's CERN. It could be that the haters blew it up. But like I said, the haters, we're talking about professional haters. We're not just talking about a guy. I mean, isn't that the worst place to get away? You can't drive away with your car from there. They're going to see you. It's farm roads. They're going to see the explosion. They're going to see the car taking off in a certain direction. Beth said it. If they didn't show the beginning of that video, and I'm sure they have it, it's all on camera. Everything that occurred is on camera. If they have the blast on camera, it's because they got that too. If somebody came there, I mean, I don't know, as stupid as sending paintballs up on the cameras to try to get paint on them so that they wouldn't see. We don't know what happened. Very, very interesting. We had an incredible conversation about all this. We're going to have some more conversations about some of this and about more things that I'll be looking through the space news. Bobana said it, the rod of God. You mentioned it in the community also, and I loved it because, yeah, the hand of God, God works in mysterious ways, and God can work through the people too. Who says that God's not going to make us all stand up and take the elites down just by the power of God? He can do anything he wants. Sure hope that he exists. I'm telling you that, because if not, we are screwed. Definitely. Bob Down, thanks for coming, you guys. Awesome, man. Anito Blunt, thanks for being here. Chickadee, thanks for being here. Maybe a military person who didn't get the Pokemon, yeah, and got the axe instead. Well, that's for sure. And that's a beautiful thing, Anita Blunt, is that beautiful name, by the way. People on the inside are leaking things out. MK Ultra, mind control, human experimentation documents came out because of CIA people on the inside that were concerned about what was being done in the projects. So there's always an inside person that can change on a dime. It's not for nothing that people at Area 51 and even the CIA that can work on developing more Area 51, developing UFOs. You could have 3,000 people on that project, and not one of those 3,000 people interact with each other. Not one of those 3,000 people know what the other process was done. They arrive there, they do their job, and they're out. They don't hear names, they don't hear nothing. And that way, there's no leaks of nothing. Some people from time to time take pictures and they try to leak out information. And I think that's great. Bob Lazar, we all love the story. Lots of people love him. I love the story, but I remain very open-minded. I'm not stupid and skeptical. Imagine if Bob Lazar, that was done deliberately. That's what's scaring me, right? I'm a little concerned that Bob Lazar doesn't believe there's anyone on the moon. That makes no sense, right? Well, maybe the UFOs that he said that came from the Zeta Reticuli star system, the crafts were too small for humans to be inside. It could be drones, or those bloody UFO lights were maybe from the moon. And maybe that's what they're hiding. And maybe that's what Bob Lazar left out. So next stream, we'll talk about some more interesting things. I'll double check on the space news. Please forgive me for each and every one of you that I was not able to answer your comments. It's impossible to answer all of them. I live about 45 minutes away from the stones. God took them out with lightning. Chickadee, I love hearing that. I don't deny it. And I actually enjoy that theory. And I think we're just something serious here. Okay. Very scary that there was a blue light there. It's not something normal. No, it's not a pipe bomb. There's no, if they're sure there's haters. I think everyone hates stones, but it's not just a hater. I saw the media report that the Guidestones were destroyed, and she could not get through the announcement, and she was crying. That scared me. I was like, what a moron. What the hell? So there are demon cults here, like the abortion bullshit, excuse the expression, that's going on. It's bullshit. Okay. You're not going to make me believe loving mothers are out in the roads wanting to kill babies past the third trimester or whatever they call it. That law that is down right now, good thing, okay, the Roe Wade, because if not, it was permitting women, get this, a woman goes in to the hospital because she lost her water and because she's about to give birth to her child. The lady still had the option to abort it, okay? That enrages me. We're killing lives. An abortion, no matter what stage of no matter what stage that they are at, it is murder. It is murder. Now, I'm going to leave it at that. And I know a lot of you are thinking of something right now, but I'm reading your minds and I'm going to tell you, okay, remote viewing. Sometimes a woman gets raped and she can endure that. I respect that And obviously, like in the past, that's what abortions were for, right? Clinton, the asshole, but he still said it. He goes, abortions, least possible, when necessary. That's what he said. Only when necessary. I did not touch Monica. So he doesn't have a very good rep. Neither does Hillary. And plenty of rain in Australia. Thanks, Richard Crooks. Thanks to the generous contributions, bro, my friends, and for everything. I'll be back on in a bit. The truth will allow you to not feed the programming of the times, and then we can actually make a difference fast. Absolutely. Me, I cut through the bullshit. I know exactly what's going on. They're depopping us in less than 3 years. There won't be anyone left until we wake up. There'll be a hell of a war in the end, I'll tell you that. Thanks, everybody. I love you so much. And I hope to see you all here at 8 o'clock for the live stream. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe to the channel, maybe come and watch a video, maybe leave a comment. The comment permits YouTube algorithm to put me in recommendation for other people because I'm not getting recommended, and I wish I was. So thanks, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to the mods. Thank you. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.